Hello everyone, today is Monday, April 2nd, or Tuesday, April 2nd actually. I'm down by the New River here. I'm on a bike ride on my touring bike as I continue to train for a bike tour. I am riding a portion of, it's called the Allegheny Loop, which follows this beautiful road along the New River. And I'm going to be picked up when I get to Pembroke, which is on US 460. Started today in Blacksburg, University of Virginia campus, and I'm riding the route all the way to, again, Pembroke. And this again is the New River, which part of the route here follows. It's a 400-mile long route. I'm not going to do it all right now, but I am doing a portion of it today. There are some Canadian geese in the vicinity. I don't know if you could hear them. And this looks like a little camping spot. But what I'm going to talk about today is more about the false belief of global warming caused by man. I mean, global warming has occurred many times in the past. True global warming that's had natural causes. The warming that occurred in the late 20th century, between the 70s and the 2000s, was a naturally occurring global warming period caused by a slight increase in solar activity. We had 3 consecutive strong cycles in the late 20th century and early 21st that caused the natural warming to occur. As I've said before, in about 2007, solar activity began to decline, go into a long-term decline. This caused the temperature trend of warming to reverse in 2007 and turn into a cooling trend. Then, a couple of years ago, we had the Tonga eruption, which temporarily brought warming to the planet due to water vapor injection into the upper atmosphere, which water vapor is a much stronger greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide is. Water vapor definitely traps heat into the atmosphere, and that is likely what caused the warm winters we had the last couple of years. And that effect is going to be wearing off in the near future, and the cooling trend is going to return. We are in a solar max right now. However, even solar activity, even that, I feel they're artificially fudging the data to make it look like cycle 25 is stronger than it really has been. Reason why I say that, today I looked at the sun's image and you cannot really see any sunspots on it yet. They still had an official count of 50 sunspots, and I looked at the disk today, and so where are they all? I could maybe faintly see one sunspot on the whole disk. And they're claiming there's 50 sunspots right now today. I feel that they are artificially inflating the sunspot number to make this cycle appear stronger than it really is. Another thing they seem to be doing with the sunspot numbers is they are turning one sunspot region into 2 regions. And what that does is that inflates the sunspot number by 10 more or more than it should be if they counted it as one region. So today I looked at the disk, and they had 4 regions, 4 sunspot regions. And I was saying, where are they? 2 out of the 4 were close together, which could have been counted as one region, but they counted it as 2 different regions. That right there inflates the number by 10. If you count it as a separate region instead of 1, that will bump the number up right there by 10 at least, maybe more. They're doing little tricks to inflate the sunspot numbers and make the cycle appear to be stronger sunspot-wise. And yet another way to fudge the data to make the people who are claiming grand solar minimum is upon us to be wrong, or try to. But I looked at the disk today. It is virtually without spots in the middle of solar max. There are no sunspots visible on the disk today. Maybe one I could barely make out. And they're saying there's still 50 sunspots. Something doesn't rhyme there. Going into the weather itself, it is very warm today. We had some severe storms blew through last night. Or heavy thunderstorms. More are coming tonight, later. Though the weather right now is decent enough for this bike ride, I'm still keeping a constant eye on the sky here. However, up north of here, a major snowstorm is occurring or will occur over the northern Great Lakes and into northern New England, going to bring record-breaking snow. The cold air is going to make it down here. And we're going to really feel it in a couple days. A huge drop in temperatures coming. We are well up in the 70s today here. Another interesting thing is the tornado outbreak of this is it's been nearly 50 years since the great tornado outbreak of 1974. And what caused that outbreak? How come we're not getting outbreaks like that anymore, despite their claims of severe weather? Well, in 1974, I feel that we were coming off a warm period in the 50s. The oceans still had quite a bit of heat content to feed the warm, moist air mass that caused that outbreak. Cold air plowed into that very warm, soupy air, and we got a tornado outbreak. Record tornadoes. Why is it not occurring anymore? Because we don't have the warmth anymore. That's why. We don't quite have the warmth and the heat content, despite their claiming record-breaking warm oceans. They're lying to us. There's no way. We do not quite have the heat content to supply a severe outbreak like that anymore. Especially the Gulf of Mexico has been tapped out in recent years of heat by all their manipulation, which is why I feel this hurricane season is going to be a bust. We're not going to get much this year in spite of their claims. The oceans have lost a lot of their heat content. This solar max is turning into a dud. It's not going to resupply much heat to the oceans. And here comes a rafter coming down the river. But as I said, the MJO is still in phase 6. Around May 1st, it's going to switch. We're going to end up with a cooler pattern by then, overall. I mean, we are cold now, but in northern tier, we are cold. It's going to be the next couple days, but the overall theme is going to be warmth until May 1st. and then it's going to turn cool because they're going to change their strategy with the MJO right around that time. So that is going to be it for this video. I'm going to continue on my bike ride, and my plan is again to get picked up in Pembroke. And I've ridden from Blacksburg, and man, this has been really worth it. This has just been a beautiful ride. I'll be back soon. One more view of the rafter.